We're looking at the January 2018 Regions, Part 2, question number 36. A manager wanted to analyze the online shoe sales for his business. He collected data for the number of pairs of shoes sold each hour over a 14-hour time period. He created a graph to model the data, as shown below. So on our t-axis, time in hours, it goes from 0 to 14, and p of t, number of pair of shoes sold in the previous hour. So this appears to be a quadratic function because it has a upside down U shape to it. First part says the manager believes the set of integers would be the most appropriate domain for this model. So we know domain is t. Explain why he is incorrect. So we know he's incorrect. And looking at the graph, we can see that here the time is not jumping from 1 hour to the next. Because time can be fractions of an hour. Okay, you could have said time can be in decimals. You could have also said that negative integers would not make sense in the context of this problem. State the entire interval for which the number of pairs of shoes sold is increasing. So we want to know where this graph is increasing. So it's increasing in this interval. So that interval goes from 0 hours to 6 hours. Okay, so we could do it in interval notation, and we can say from 0 to 6. Okay, the number of shoes is increasing. The last part says determine the average rate of change between the 6 and 14 hour and explain what it means in the context of this problem. Okay, so first thing would be to find out what the value is. So at 6 hours, he has 120 pairs of shoes. And then over at the 14th hour, we have 0 pairs of shoes. So they want the average rate of change, which is going to be the change in y over the change in x. Over in this problem, it's going to be the change in the output of time, so p of t, over the change in time. So our output values, we're going to do 120 minus 0, and that 120 corresponds with 6 hours, 14 corresponds with 0. So when we subtract, we get 120 divided by 8, which gives us negative 15. So what does that mean? That every hour, 15 less shoes are sold.